Now to the start of week 2 of the George Zimmerman trial. Jurors are hearing George Zimmerman in his own words. In graphic detail today, the Neighborhood Watch volunteer is heard on tape explaining to investigators why he shot Trayvon Martin. Our Ryan Raish has been following every moment. He joins us live in Sanford outside the courthouse tonight with the latest. Ryan?
Yeah, the defense has not decided yet on whether to put George Zimmerman on the stand with his own defense. But between all the audio interviews and the video reenactments, by the end of this trial, the jury will have a pretty good idea of the story he will tell.
These guys always get away.
Clearly frustrated with recent break-ins, this Neighborhood Watch volunteer did not want another suspicious-looking man to get away. In his first interview with police, Zimmerman told Officer Doris Singleton he got out of his car that night not to confront Martin, but to get the name of the street to tell 911.
I was walking back through to where my car was, and he jumped out from the bushes, and he said, "What the f*** is your problem, homie?"
He says Martin threw the first punch and eventually knocked him to the ground and started smashing his head into the sidewalk.
Some guy yells out, "I'm calling 911," and I said, help me, he's killing me." And he puts his hand on my nose and on my mouth, and he says, "You're gonna die tonight."
Zimmerman's cuts and bruises from that night show a struggle. But the question from the start, who was the attacker? Lead investigator Chris Serino took the stand late this afternoon. He's the one who Zimmerman took step by step through the fight at the scene.
He was on top of me like this. I shot him.
In a taped interrogation, Serino pressed Zimmerman on how he could not remember the name of the street if he's part of Neighborhood Watch.
To be honest with you, I have a bad memory anyway.
Serino originally suggested a manslaughter charge, but got overruled by the state attorney, saying there isn't enough evidence. Months of rallies and protesters led to his arrest of second-degree murder. Zimmerman has always claimed self-defense, and today, for the first time, the jury heard why, in his own words.
And when he said, "You're gonna die tonight," I felt his hand go down on my side, and I thought he was going for my firearm. So I grabbed it immediately, and as he banged my head again, I just pulled out my firearm and shot him.
Zimmerman told investigators in that taped interview that at one point after getting shot, Martin said, "You got me," and then fell over. That lead investigator you heard from pressed Zimmerman on several points. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we've heard what everyone else has to say about those screams we heard for help on the 911 tape.